Andrea Henkel, third place, despite going clear. Here's one of the fastest women on the tour. She's got stronger and stronger as the seasons have gone on, Mike. And when Sulumdal is on form, she is perhaps the only one who can match Domracheva when she's on form.
Well, that's right, and Sulumdal is on good ski form and not many seconds behind, you would estimate, over today's race of, what, 20 minutes? Horn missing one, shot so well last week. Edgar Hieland just checking to make sure, or to at least note down where that missed shot was. Egil Hieland, he used to always start for the Norwegian relay team. So good under that mass start pressure.
Now, here's another of the Germans who's done very well on the IBU Cup over recent years. Strange, isn't it? How they can shoot so well at that level and then they step it up to World Cup and things start to go wrong. Tora Berger, well, nothing's gone wrong for her so far this season. 3 races, 3 wins. She leads the World Cup, a maximum of 180 points, and an astonishing start. I'm not sure she'll be hunting records, but for those of you that enjoy records and like seeing them being beaten, if she wins 2 more, she will equal Bjorndalen, who won 5 in succession at the beginning of the 2006-2007 season. Now, Andrea Henkel, big moment. Not skiing fast enough to win with a miss. 5 very quick breaths. Struggling on shot number 2.
Henkel's just so conditioned to do nothing until the sights are right, but this wind is moving the rifle. She'll be absolutely disappointed with 2 penalties.
Well, the French show us how it should be done, as they've done many, many times over the years. Doran Habert shoots 0-0, and 1540 won't be matched, but it will be another good result for her. Brunet, Mike, the best shot in the French team, and again this season shooting brilliantly, but not skiing fast enough to be a real danger to the big guns. And you would have thought that that is exactly what they'd been working on over the summer.
You would think so. If your strength is your shooting, then you must work on the speed. Doran there just going around the end of the penalty loop. She's not on the penalty loop, but you spin around the outside of it. Doran has missed one, but she's 58 seconds off the pace after the second shoot.
Makarainen coming in to finish. It's going to be an impressive time. Remember, she was 3 seconds outside the leader, Palka, coming out of the range, and she's made up 28 seconds in those last 2.5 kilometers, over a second per 100 meters. That is a fantastic effort from Makarainen and might well be good enough to give her yet another win on the tour. Boyi, Brunet incidentally started number 52 and is through the early stages. We'll try and find out exactly where she's lying. She's down in 20th position, having missed the target today, so that is she's paid a heavy price for that. She's almost a minute off the pace of the leaders.
Jean-Paul letting all the backup know, and it's a good unity in the French team, and they're all desperate to hear how and they probably expect to hear that their athletes are going to hit, what, 90% of the targets all the time. Well, that was the case for Brunet, just missing one.
Are we going to see a fastest time from Sulumdal?
It's going to be close.
Tora Berger has closed the gap on Sulumdal field, 7.4 outside for Tora Berger, and that's with a fast start as well, but some of the big guns missing targets, so Berger still has a chance of making it 4 out of 4. Yet to shoot. The work rate is astonishing. High tempo. There's not a lot of follow-through. It's quite a short stabbing action, isn't it, Mike?
It reminds me on the cross-country side of Therese Johaug, but Tora Berger isn't a huge, tall athlete, and they just keep this cycle of energy going endlessly, relentlessly, and it's hard work all the time.
again to try and pick up on the pulse rate of the athlete. Probably operating at around 140 at the moment.
It's amazing how quick the recovery rate is, and that's what the biathletes train for. And Syamarenko missing too. Shamray's just not going to be happy tonight, that's for sure. But recovery's quick. The first shot released, you're only about 15 beats below your maximum pulse rate.
Well, look at that. Domracheva goes through with a miss, and she's up alongside Makarainen, who shot clear in the prone and missed one in the stand. So Domracheva and Makarainen fairly evenly matched in the range. Time-wise, Domracheva just that little bit quicker, and she's carried that advantage out onto the tracks. Tora Berger, a long, long way to go for her. She'll have to keep her fingers crossed that the conditions stay kind, which they have been for the last 15 minutes. So those starting at the back of Group 2 have certainly had the best of the conditions so far. Now, 12.3 outside. That's a lot of loss in the first loop, Mike, and I'm just starting to think the temperature has dropped maybe 1.5 degrees, possibly 2 degrees since the race started. Enough to change the ski speed?
I think it is, and this, I know it's new snow, but the crystals become even sharper. But if it is a 2-degree drop, then there will be a margin. But Makarainen to be 15 seconds ahead at that stage, it's surprising. Shows maybe the strength of Makarainen today.
Well, it doesn't matter how hard she pushes, she still skis beautifully. And Daria Domracheva producing a sensational last lap. Makarainen disappointed. She must have thought she had a chance of taking the win. Domracheva she was quite a long way. In fact, she was 9 seconds ahead of Makarainen coming out of the range. So all credit to Makarainen. She still has the fastest last lap, but it's not good enough to give her top spot. Taking too long in the range, actually, in that she lost a lot on the prone shoot. Sulumdal. She'll be 5 seconds or so outside if they all go down. Maybe a fraction more. 15, 16 seconds from here. So we're looking at a time of around 7:20.
Now this is a good start from Sulumdal. When you've shot your first 5 shots, they're clear, you're released with a little more feeling and positive power on the track.
So 9.5 the margin, work to do, and with Domracheva and Makarainen missing 1 each, there is a chance. Now, Tora Berger, who started 1 minute down on Sulumdal, remember, unbeaten so far this year. At the very most, she can afford 1 miss today. Slightly low, even lower. Danger shot, brings it back into the middle. Good shooting from Tora Berger, and the last one goes down as well. She is still on course, but the time will not threaten Makarainen, who came out in 7:09, but then went on to miss in the standing position. So as long as she's within 10-15 seconds, she'll be okay, and she's going to be closer than that. 11.7. So both Sulumdal and Berger go out in the top 4 positions after that first shoot. Makarainen leads. Henkel was second fastest at that stage. Sokolova of the Czech Republic just 9 seconds. Sulumdal in 4th. Berger 5. Gwizdon of Poland in 6th. And Rosanna Crawford of Canada. A fantastic start to her race. 7:22 her time after that first shoot. And we'll try and find out how Crawford is standing. I think she was still in the top 10 after the second shoot, Mike. I'm not quite sure what her finishing position is at the moment.
A wonderful performance from Crawford, and this has got to give her hope and belief in herself, because it's very good biathlon. I think Crawford down in 17th at the finish. It's still good, and 1:19 behind. Just looking further down, Kuzmina, at the end of the day, we saw her, she missed 4. She's 1:37 off the pace.
Dorin Habert has missed her chance, despite the fact that she's shot clear. But remember, the time behind the current leader could well be the time she starts behind the first starter tomorrow, 48.7. If she shoots 20 out of 20 in the pursuit, Mike, we could be looking at a podium finish.
We certainly could be, and the French team, as Zaitseva builds her position, given a lot of freedom in their training. Just 10 days a month they get together for tough training camps throughout the summer.
Do you think we've seen the best of Zaitseva?
I don't think so. She's a major championships performer, Zaitseva, but today is major racing, and she's missed 3.
Yeah, consistent in group holding. Nothing spectacular, but 4 of 5 races in the top 10. But at 34, it's not getting any easier. Hochfilzen. Almost 18 seconds off the pace of the leaders after that first shoot for the young German, but that's nothing to worry about because both Makarainen and Domrashov are missing in the standing position, so a chance to claw back some time. Guisdon still lying in 4th place. A really good run from Guisdon. It's a long time since we've seen her on form.
Oh, I'm so pleased for her. I know she gets frustrated when the shooting goes, so does everybody, when the shooting goes off. Great to see Guisdon back in 4th position. Well, by the end of today, she could remain in that top 8. Depends how Solomdal and Tora Berger.
Just a little bit worried about the Norwegian skis, Mike. Normally we'd expect Solomdal to be up alongside Domrashova, and Tora Berger maybe lose 5 or 6 seconds, but then come through with the shooting. Is it the course, or is it likely to be ski preparation?
It would be unusual, wouldn't it, for the Norwegians to get it wrong on the base of the skis, and in fact the base selection of the skis. I'm really surprised. They have so many experts in that truck out there, and Tora Berger, what, 25 pairs of skis to choose from. I'd be surprised, but something's going on. I know the temperature has dropped. Maybe that's a factor in there as well.
I think this is Elisabeth Hugberg behind her for Sweden, who's benefiting from the fact that the Norwegian working so well. In fact, it's 104, which is Åsa Leif. We've got the pronunciation right there. Plenty of Swedish expats now living in London who'll let us know, no doubt. Yeah, incidentally, if you do want to get in touch with Mike or myself, ask us any questions, tell us anything that we've missed, or just have a general chat. We're still using emails this year. We may go on to Twitter as the season goes on, but biathlon.eurosport@yahoo.co.uk. biathlon.eurosport@yahoo.co.uk, and we'll do our best to answer any emails you send us. If we're short of time and it's a good question, we'll bring it up and discuss it on air. Well, what a fantastic sight when it clears, Mike. Beautiful area, not so far from Salzburg, of course, down here in Hochfilzen.
Plenty good alpine resorts. We just saw them there down in the far distance.
Fieberbrunn, just 3 or 4 miles down. It doesn't take long to get to Kitzbühel from this part of the world. And there we have a look, a brief look at the leaderboard at the moment. Things could change, but Domrashova, who's had 2 second places already this year, looks primed for perhaps her first win, but she will not start celebrating until she's seen Tora Berger firstly go through the second shoot and then cross the line at the end, because Tora Berger has been a little bit of an